lots of pretty things to look at. I want to introduce you to Lucy. Lucy, look at the camera. She doesn't see the camera. Anyway, this is my grand dog, Lucy, my daughter's dog, who obviously is bonded to me too. And you're going to help with the healing today, okay? So this video is dedicated to the help that animals give us and the help that we can give animals for healing, okay? So I wanted to talk a little bit about animals and distance healing, and a little bit about why I welcome pets with cancer or just that need healing onto this website. Okay, start. I'm here on the outskirts of Capitol Reef National Park in Utah. So we're aware that animals help us, right? And in my experience, plants also spiritually help us. So when I walk through this juniper forest on my daily walks, I greet the plants and they greet me. And I've asked these juniper trees and the moss and the sagebrush to help us with this healing. And in some ways, plants can't help but be their true nature. They're not free to be anything other than themselves. Animals, almost the same. They have a little more individuality. You could say that every one of these juniper trees out here is not like any other, and yet they're very much juniper trees. The same thing with animals. Animals in some way, like Lucy the dog. Hey Lucy, she's looking out the side there. She's over there. Yeah, you looking out? Yeah? She's busy looking for cows. We've camped a lot of places with cows. Animals, like dogs, aren't really free not to be dogs. They have their, my dog Annie is not so interested in cows, but Lucy is. So they certainly have their own individuality. Annie's certainly interested in a cow. She's right next to one, but she's not anticipating them the way Lucy is. So animals, of course, have their individuality, but in some ways they are not free to not be dogs. And I would say that people, in a lot of ways, we are free to not be ourselves. We're actually quite free to not be human. We can actually be subhuman. We can be evil. We have a lot more freedom to create our reality than animals do. And I like to think of an idea that Rudolf Steiner gave me, that animals are held back in their evolution and they are serving. So almost any dog is more loyal to its master than any human is to even our child. And I'm pretty loyal to my children. I learn the meaning of loyalty from interacting with these dogs. Now cats have something different going on. Cats, I feel like the quality that I'm aware of that they are holding space for in this whole evolutionary thing is one of interdimensional awareness. So dogs just love to sit and stay and do what they're told, and they love to serve us in that way. Cats are serving us in a very different way and serving all of existence. They're not necessarily serving us only. So the way you interact as a healer with cats is very different than with dogs, because you have to respect their consciousness. And they're not just subhuman, they're actually more human than us. They're holding space for a human quality that we aspire to. And so even though I'm here with Lucy, sweet Lucy, I want to talk a little bit about cats. Because we have several cats on the list that want healing today. So what a cat does, and this is going to help us people, so even if you're here as a person, most people here are people wanting healing. But I want you to honor that there's a cat-like part of you. A part of you that can go interdimensionally, that can think of spirit, can sense spiritual realities, that can sense emotional realities, that can walk into a room and know if there's an argument or a lot of love, that can get a click when you get your outfit just right or you get your hair just right. Like, cats are more psychic. I mean, psychic isn't even the word for it. I would say dogs are psychic, but cats are these whole interdimensional creatures, and we can attune to that without being conscious of what it is that we're actually attuning to. We're just, like, if we're singing in a choir and we all hit the same note, that would be called attuning, literally, in terms of sound. There's a quality in the cats in this group that really, really, really adds in our tuning to healing. And even if the cats are sick and need healing themselves, they're doing it in a very, very, very different way. I think Tony Robbins said that we are the average of the people that we hang out with the most. And I make certain that I don't just hang out with people, but I also hang out with animals, because I feel like they make me more human. And I sense that the animals are always healing in a way that we don't know how to do. And that's just their nature. And they, in some ways, are not free to not do that. And so I want you to, in your heart, right now, open your heart to the possibility that you can be of service to the animals on this list, and that you will let in the gift of the animals into this healing experience. Okay, and just you open your heart to it. You don't have to consciously know what it is. Okay. And since we all kind of know what a cat is like, and we all kind of know what a dog is like, I'd like you to tune into each other and to appreciate that each one of us, like humans, like we each have a consciousness as if we were a separate species. And I'd like you to tune in to the gift that we can offer each other. And if you know how to cycle, I'd like you to spin something that harmonizes with this collectivity of the positive gifts that we have to give each other. And I do it by making one or more spinners in my imagination, and I just watch them give wild applause to vibrate at a frequency that's in harmony with that intention. Good. Good, 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 good. And this is just a sliver of what I teach my private clients. All right, so just feel into that. So what do I mean by feeling into? If you've ever been around a baby and they're crying, the way I know what to do, are they hungry? Are they, uncomfortable because something's pinching them? Are they tired? Do they need, love? Do they need coolness? Do they need, their clothing adjusted? Is I tune into them. And it's as if I try a few things, but often I go right to what they need if I'm their primary caregiver or a frequent caregiver. And I think a lot of us know how to do that with babies. But I'd like us all to tune into the healing that is for the highest good of all the people and animals that are here. And I'd like you to spin. And if you're new here, what we're doing is a spinning meditation. If you don't know anything about Bengston's rapid image cycling, that's fine. I'd like you to imagine that you have a spinning disc of light that's somewhere in your awareness. And it's as if this spinner is able to amplify. It's like your own internal sound healer, your own tuning fork that you're being. Except that your spinner can be any frequency. It's like having an ohm meter. You just dial it in to whatever frequency you need. But rather than us dialing it in, we just sort of set the address and watch it connect. So the address that we're tuning our spinners to is that of the frequency or frequencies, because you can have more than one spinner going at a time, that will enhance the healing of everybody here. Especially the people and the pets whose names are on the list. And I have you put your name down if you're a caretaker, because cancer is a family affair. Sometimes I really feel like the person with the condition is really just the identified patient. The whole family unit is very much primed for healing. Okay, good. Good. I feel you opening your hearts to each other and to the possibility of healing. And cycle or spin at a frequency that celebrates that. And you do that by intending it. So if I was psychically connecting to somebody, I might need their name, and that would be the address, and then I would be able to get information about them. So I'm asking us to psychically connect to the healing that's available. Okay, good. And just know that you're not doing the healing, but you are participating, and you are amplifying it by watching it. And I would say that the grace of the divine is always working, and by watching it, we help bring it into the physical. And that's what cats do so well. They do this interdimensional thing. So the grace of the divine, I define that as like the love that is like the wave between the particles. It's the substance, the spiritual substance of existence. That penetrates everything. There's already plenty of healing available. The information of source is plentiful. We just tune into it, and there it is. Okay. Good. You say, but I don't know if I'm tuning into it right. Just do it wrong. Just don't worry about it. Keep it light, keep it playful, be the fool. Experiment. You don't have to believe that you're doing it right. You just try something and then look at that, it worked. Often the lighter the touch, the more you're able to observe and tweak your technique. Because you're not a barge, you're like a helicopter. You're able to do that. Yeah, good. Okay, good. All right, good. All right, so if you're watching this later, we're going to go into the actual healing session in a few minutes, and you're welcome to join us at the Spirit Gate Cancer Support Facebook group. If you're watching this on Facebook, go over to YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. And if you subscribe, there's a gift for you over there. Well, the gift is a list of how to visualize what you want that I think is different from at least all the visualization things that I've come up with, that I've seen out there. It's, certainly overlaps because it's visualizing what you want, but how to connect to it spiritually, how to connect to it in a deep way, how to let the images come to you. That's that free offer if you subscribe to the channel. Okay. All right, let's begin.